I don't think you understood the question.
Okay, can I come in? Can I come in here? I think if I
hold on.
You can answer.
Nep, I'll give you.
Can I answer that?
no,
Yes, Tripping. I'm trying to understand what exactly needs to happen for Nigerians to finally say enough is enough. Because at this moment, it seems like you guys are at that point where enough is enough. What else are you waiting for? What needs to happen before you can start fighting back?
All right, let me explain. Let me answer that. Okay.
And then I'll give after you. I'll give to Reject. I don't know, Reject him. I don't know if you want to speak, my brother.
No, I just had the same question because I think, for me, Nigerians have been complaining about their leaders. Them talking about their leaders. Nigeria being corrupt. It's not something that is new. It's something that has been happening, for years now. Tinubu being the recent leader of Nigeria,
achieve a successful.
Nigerians realize that they are backed into a corner and they need to fight.
Okay,
no time
thank
to
you.
wait. Go ahead, my brother.
Thank you. I will first of all let you people know that when you are talking about country, you can mention every country, but when it comes to that of Nigeria, you don't need to call it Nigeria. It's called zoo. Now, why I say it is called zoo, it's a place where you keep animals. Like the rightful said, they are not united. Uniting Nigeria is like bringing goat, fowl, lion, and the sheep in a particular place and tell them to unite. It cannot unite because when the lion gets hungry, it will eat up the goat or the sheep. So the unity is not possible, and that is why it is called zoo. You can't see South Africa say, let us unite, because they are united. That is why they become a country. A people that are not one, then they emerge them. More than 100 years, they have not come on a round table to discuss about the way forward. Is that a country? Now, like Dripping just said, when Derek asked him, is there any chance for Nigeria to protest or to hold the government? He said yes. And the same him answered that when he asked him, why are they stopping the protest? He said because they unalive them when they come out. And because of that, they cannot come out again. In other words, they are coward. These people are coward. Now, when you have said that you cannot unite, and because they unalive you, you cannot protest, what chance do you have again to hold them accountable? And the Derek said, and I quote, that when they push them to the war, which of the war are they going to push you? The country where a price of cement was 300 naira, and they put the price to 10,000 naira times 10. That is not something to push you. A country where a price of fuel was 65 naira, then push it to 1,500. Is that enough pushing? That is not enough pushing. A country where a salary, somebody that will work from Monday to Sunday, from 1st to the 31st, full month, will be receiving 75,000 naira, a bag than 20,000 naira. Your full month salary cannot afford one bag of rice. Is that not enough pushing? A place where one sachet of spaghetti cost 60 naira, now is about 2,000 naira. Is that not push enough? A people that their citizens will be dying of hunger. You will sleep and die, not because of malaria, not because of headache, not because you contact sickness, but because you don't see food to eat. Then hunger bite you. That is not push enough. And these people will be shameless, foolish enough to come on social media to be attacking or speaking. Now, some of the small animals that are living in the zoo say that they are the one trying to do something. And I ask them, what are you trying to do? Nigerian, go and check Nigerian GDP. Most of the Nigerian income come from those abroad. They are the ones sustaining Nigerian economy. People like us who send money every day to maintain our families at home. And those monies come through the bank, which Nigeria will receive their own tax, deduct their own tax. And they will tell you that they are on grant. They are just a slave tied on grant. The only way you will see these small animals uniting is they want to go and saga South Africa. Let us go there and saga South Africa. You will see the bingos, the junkies, the sheep, the goats, and the so-called acclaimed educated bingos come together. South Africa is xenophobia. That is the only unity. But when you tell them about their contraption, the country where they come from, they remember they are not one. So you are united to go and do saga for a country that is 100 steps ahead of you. Are you not ashamed? Now I ask them, what are the things you are doing to make your country a better country? In 2014, there was a president called Bele Jonathan. He organized a national conference, a confab, for a discussion. Ask them, what was the outcome of that very national confab? What stopped it? Till today, I can bet you that 99.9% of the animals living in the zoo don't know what that confab is all about. And they are here making noise, telling you. Ask them, currently, the head of the animal in the zoo, called Tinubu, budgeted 49 trillion as a budget. Ask them, each budget, where does it stand for and what are they going to use it for? And these people are talking about unity. When they will refer you to those abroad are the ones telling them that you are in a hellfire, you are suffering, you need to rise up. They will see us as the enemy. And them who are in the hellfire cannot rise. The French citizens start protesting. And these animals in the zoo called Nigeria are telling you that the things that will make them to protest, they have not seen it, is when all of them buy before they will talk. Now, can I shock you? The army, the military of a country, that the army brigade that want to pass out, supposed to be supervised by the president. If the president is not around, the Senate, the vice president will take over to supervise it. If the vice president is not around, the number third person, which is the Senate president, will go there. Do you know who went there to supervise them? The son of Tinubu. Ask the small animals who are here to ranting, speaking when men are speaking. What did they do? The son of Tinubu went there, and a military of a country is throwing salute to a bloody civilian who has nothing to offer. And they don't see that error. The only way, let me tell you, when you talk about the unity of the zoo called Nigeria, that is just anyone talking about it is like someone living in a delusion. Because Nigeria was never meant to be a country. What I am saying here, use your Google and check it. Nigeria is a British company sold for £860,000 to the Royal Company. It's on the Google. I am not making up the story. As I'm speaking to you, 40 to 60% of Nigerian resources are under the British colony. For France to enter there, it means that the remaining 40% will be divided with France. For China to come there, the remaining 40% will be divided with China and France. And the small animals don't see something wrong with that. And because of that, there is some resources in Nigeria. It is called Californium. A kilo of Californium costs $27 million. It's discovered in Boronu. Ask the small animal. That Californium, that a kilo is worth $27 million. Which people mine it and where do they invest the money? The small animals called Nigerian citizens will not ask questions. Those own Nigeria chop the money, and you will see them foolishly and shamelessly come social media, defending and trying to make Nigeria look like a country. Please, when people are calling country, Nigerian name shouldn't be included. When you are referring to animals, zoo, type of zoo you have, bring out Nigeria. That is where they suit in, not in the name of a country. Now, that is not only that. Are you aware that when you talk about countries that are well endowed with natural resources, the zoo called Nigeria is among them? Ask them. Gold is found in Zamfara. Oil is found in Anambra, Enugu, Imo, Delta, River, and many of them, including Ondo. Timber and forests are found in Edo State. Ask them, the citizens of these people, do they know anything concerning those natural resources? The only work they do is to hire the boys. There is someone called Asari Tukubo or Tompolo. He went there and recruit the other small animals and take them into bush to be protecting those things for the France, China, and the Europeans. Last week, a court in the zoo issued an arrest warrant to a Chinese man in Nigeria for illegal mining. And the civil defense of the zoo went for the arrest of China man. And the Nigerian soldier start fighting the civil defense of Nigeria, protecting the China man. Is that not a zoo? How can your military be protecting criminal against the order of the court? And guess what? That thing can only happen in the zoo. And instead of the zoo animals who are suffering and living in abject poverty, instead of them to be speaking, at least let shame hold the leaders of the zoo for them to change. They will come here, they think that social media is a place. Oh yeah, let us paint Nigerian image to be good before the world. We know we are passing through hell, but let us paint it to be good. No! It's when you speak out, people will help you. When you don't speak out, people will not help you. People will not know what you are passing through. Ask them. Nigeria, as they are defending them, only one question. Ask them, what have they benefited as a Nigerian citizen since the creation of Nigeria, 1914 till date? What are the beneficiaries? What have they benefited as a Nigerian citizen? And when they answer this question, you will see how their mental reasoning is. You will understand that Nigerian citizens are lower than animals. I sincerely apologize to the animals in the zoo for referring Nigeria to be a zoo, because it's an insult to the zoo and it's an insult to the animals like goat, sheep, lions, and antelope, because these animals are far reasonable and better than Nigerian citizens. Because if a lion is hungry, lion will be rolling, searching for food. If Nigerian youth are hungry, they will come on social media defending their oppressors, like the small animals you will have here in this platform.
Ask them. I don't want to disturb you, my brother. You have a couple of questions coming up.
I am ready.
You need to change your name from MAP to MVP at this point. I'll just ask Fatima has a question for you quickly. Fatima, and then Rose, do you have a question after Fatima?
Yes, I was going to speak next.
Derek, yes, you are going to respond to him. I'll give you a chance to respond to him. Yeah, Fatima a question, Rose a question if you have one, and then I'll give Derek. Derek uzom annoy even more. Then bese umlilo uyavutha futhi.